Hey there, welcome back to Manitic Stringworks. So today on the workbench we have this Samick acoustic guitar that's in pretty rough shape. This is a recent pawn shop purchase, and yeah, it's seen some use and abuse. It's very dirty. Strings are broken, but that's not the least of the problems. Look what happened here. Look at this bridge. So the owner purchased it and the bridge was glued down, but there were no strings, or there was no string tension, I should say. So when he tuned it up, this happened. And now, because it's pulled up, the bridge pins are actually pulling the soundboard up in this big belly right here. So I'm going to see if I can fix this or not. I took the string tension off right away when he brought it to me. Well, these are just like painted on rosettes, they're all coming off. The pick guard is loose too. Anyways, I loosened the string tension and I'm going to see about getting these pins out and see what's happening under here. Alright, well I'm going to start by taking these strings off and cut them. They are incredibly corroded and not worth saving, of course. So we can get those out of the way for the moment. I'm more concerned about these bridge pins that are wedged. Ooh, we can hear that, eh? They're wedged in there. Will these come out? Probably not. Oh, I got one. Okay. Pulling an old tooth out. Okay, let me make sure I get that away. Oh, they're starting to loosen up a bit. There we go. Because the bridge is lifted, the back, the pins are really pushing up. And, oh my god. This is a job for Ted Woodford, I think, in Hamilton. Not so much me. Oh, I have to get those string bits out after. Yeah, so these, the first and the sixth strings here, they don't want to come out, so I might have to push these strings in. There we go. Come on. So I told the owner I'd have a look and see what can be done here. If this soundboard is cracked and pooched, you know, we might be out of luck. So, oh, there we go. Okay. Well, I'll get those string ends after. Look at that. So it is in place. It's almost like somebody glued it like that. That's kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's not coming off. Like normally something like this, you could just pop it right off like that. It is not budging. I'll put some light on it here. Maybe the camera can pick that up. Yeah, there's some soundboard that's come up. There's some cracking too. Okay. And look at that saddle. Oh, I just noticed that. Huh. I wasn't even looking at the saddle. It's all cracked. And I'm not surprised that a new saddle will be needed, but yeah, that's toast. I'll take that out too. Alright, let's see if this saddle will come out. Yeah, not surprised. Look at that, totally cracked. Goodbye. So I'm wondering if I run a sharp X-Acto blade under here, now that we've got rid of the bridge pins. I really don't want to cut into the soundboard. Big chunks of it have come out, glued to the underside of the bridge. And I'm noticing that there's a nice finish lip right there. I really want to get this off so we can have a look at it. I don't know if I have to heat it up. I might have to heat it up a bit. Again, I'll just run the blade very gently here along the front edge. This thing is so dirty. Alright, let me play around with this for a few minutes. Let's see if it'll come up. without any heat. Wow. God, that really feels like it's glued at the front, like someone glued it in that position. Crazy. I'm just going to use a heat gun for, just to heat it up a little bit. Clean it as well. Alright, I've heated up a little bit. I've got this palette knife. See if I can help it along. There we go. Wow. I'm really afraid that there's a big chunk of soundboard here that's going to come with this thing. Yeah. Alright, I'll just keep working it. I'm just going to check inside to make sure there aren't some locating pins or something in there, because it really is fighting me a bit here. Yeah, I don't see anything in there, so okay. I think it's just because there's a decent chunk of the soundboard that wants to come up here. I'm just trying to separate that from the underside of the bridge. As you can imagine, this is not a family heirloom. It were a vintage Taylor or Martin or Gibson guitar. So I'm going to be gentle as I can, but I really do need to try and get this off here. I'll apply some more heat. Yeah, keep going. Okay, well, after heating it up a few times, just running the sharp X-Acto knife blade along here. Feel it wants to give. We're close. Oh, the blade's coming out the other side, so be careful there. Let's come back from this side, front edge. Yeah, there's just a little something right there. It's catching. A little bit of glue. Oh, there we go. Don't always catch that on camera, which is kind of nice to be able to get it. Releasing. Got it. Oh, so close. Yeah. I feel like there should be some music playing, like symphonic 2001 music here. Oh, there we go. Wow. Okay. There you can see. Look at that. That's all soundboard. All of that. And there's this massive bump. Look at that. And I don't know if that can be compressed back into place or not. Maybe. Question is it worth it? So the owner asked me to have a look and see if it can be fixed. And, you know, I said, well, I have to start with taking this bridge off to see what damage has been caused. And this is pretty significant. So let me take the camera around here and show you. Okay, so here's the bridge. It's a pretty bridge, actually. Look at all the wood that's on there. And you can see that it's not glued right to the edge, right? And that's a manufacturing thing. They put the finish off and then just, they have like a template that they leave without finish, or masking tape, right? But so hopefully you can see the severity of this. bulge here. This is all caved in front, bulged up behind. Look at that. That's probably, I don't know, at least a 1/4 inch, if not 3/8. So I'm not 100% sure, what the best course here of action. I mean, I really think that maybe getting some cauls, make some pieces of wood to go down and compress this. Maybe the fibers will relax back. Do I heat it up and do that? Do I try gluing it? I don't know. I'll have to talk with the owner. I mean, this guitar is in really bad shape too, right? It's super dirty. Look at that. These tuners are not the greatest. I don't even know if they work too well. No. The nut, it's plastic, but it's probably serviceable. And, there isn't a lot of fret wear, to be honest. It's really just dirt. And I don't even know if the truss rod works, which is hidden down in there. So the neck could be problematic as well. Let me get these strings off. Okay, well, one of the things with this guitar obviously is the bridge. But if the neck doesn't adjust, the truss rod doesn't work, then it's really a non-starter. So let's see, what scale is this here? Does it say Gibson scale? Nope. Fender scale, 25.5. Yep. So let me see where the neck stands without any string tension. It's not bad. A little bit of gapping going on here around the 7th, 8th, 9th frets. If I take a 4/1000 feeler gauge, yeah, I can get under there. Yeah, pretty much all along. Yeah. Okay, so that means we have an up bow, right? So we need to tighten this down. So truss rod's inside. Truss rod's in there. Let me get a truss rod wrench. Okay, so I thought it would be a 4mm, but it's actually a 5mm, and it's completely loose. Like the truss rod nut is almost falling out. So I'm just gonna tighten it a bit here. So clockwise, go to the right, righty-tighty. I don't know if I'll have enough leverage here. See if I can tighten this down. Unfortunately, my 5mm truss rod wrench is too long. I can't get in there. No. Is it turning on? The ball end's getting in. Okay. Is it turning? That's the thing. It is turning. Okay. I'll give it another turn. Now, with strings off any guitar, it's always, if you're going to leave it there for a while, it's always good to straighten the neck or put it in a tiny sort of up bow. So let's check the neck out again. Okay, let's see if that's straightened out the neck. Let's see if we can get that 4/1000 under there. Yeah, I can still get it under. Can I get in there? Let's try it. Okay, it's moving. Okay, well, the truss rod works. That's a good sign. Yeah, it's definitely tightening up. It's still a bit of a gap here, but I think I can get another couple of turns out of this. So anyways, that's sort of the least of the concerns of this guitar right now. Okay. So here I'm just sort of mocking up an idea of what I could maybe do to get this down, but I really don't think it's going to go down just with pressure. Might need a lot of heat, maybe even some humidity. It's probably a lost cause, but you know, this is the kind of thing I was thinking of. I'm going to have to go check out Ted Woodford's YouTube channel, see what he's got on there. I know he's done a few of these before, but tell me what you think. How would you do it? Is that the way you would look at it? You try and compress this down back into shape? Finesse it back? I don't know. Leave me some comments. I want to hear your ideas about this. I'm going to have to go back to the owner and let him know the cost, whether he wants to try and do something. I wouldn't, to be honest. This is not an expensive guitar. It would cost way more money to fix it. So, anyways, we'll see what he says. Well, we're back. It's the next day. I have spoken with the owner. I've showed him a few pictures of the bridge and the body here, the soundboard. So we had a good discussion about it, and I gave him an idea of what the cost would be for me to attempt to repair, and he, doesn't think that it's worth the money, and I agree 100%. This is not an expensive guitar. There's lots of guitars you can go and buy right now, probably used or new even, that would be a lot less expensive than me trying to fix this and to get into playing shape. So again, it's not an heirloom, it's not an old Taylor or Martin or Gibson or something. It's just a Samick that was sitting in a pawn shop and was crazy dirty. So he asked me to keep it and maybe use it as a project guitar. Who knows, I might attempt to fix on this in an upcoming video, see what happens. Maybe give it away to somebody, some kid down the street or somewhere who could use it, who wants to learn guitar, if I can get this playing. But for now, it's just gonna sit in the corner of my workshop for a while. Alright, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye for now.